Come on, come all. It's a Friday. It's a football Friday. I get it. Philadelphia Eagles with a big win last night, but it's time to talk some Major League Baseball. A little bit 15 minutes late. Ran around, had to get a haircut today. And boy, my days are absolutely insane. I'm telling you, man. My days have been insane the past couple days. Voice a little bit weak, but you got to come correct with the people. You got to stick up. You got to have fun. You got to get after it. You got to let it rock and roll. And that's the way it is. So in here today, last night, did you enjoy the show that we did? 30 minutes till kickoff. We won't have that show tonight, but it is a Monday, Thursday, and Sunday affair. And that's how we get down. So let's get back. Let's get the vibes going today. Let's get those vibes going in the building, people. I'm feeling good. How about you guys out there? Anybody rushing around? Anybody looking for some tickets? Anybody looking to get some action in Major League Baseball? Because that's what we're here for. It's a Major League Baseball show. Picked up quite a few followers yesterday, too. Doing those extra shows at this point right now. Looking at my YouTube channel, growing by the day. Love to see that. TikTok's growing by the day. Love to see that too. Oh, I just changed it. Is it maybe the coloring? A little coloring on my background, a little bit different right now. Oh, there we go. Now we're back into it. Hey, stop the coloring out there, man. Keep it even. Got people calling me on the phone right now. Who's calling? They calling me? Is Joe Lisi calling me? I mean, come on now. What's Joe Lisi calling me for? We got action this weekend, people. By the way, College Football Today show in studio. We'll be there live. We'll be there knocking it down. Myself and Joe Lisi, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. But we got some doings today in Major League Baseball. Yesterday, 2-0 on the card. Told you guys, not messing around. No nonsense. Just get after it and let it rip. That's what I was doing yesterday in baseball, and it paid off, and rightfully so. Alt that bad boy. Alted some team totals in the first 5. Alted some team totals full game. 2-0 night profitability. Feeling good for a Friday. Now, if we are taking a look at the Friday card today, minimum innings pitched here, what are we going? We're going 30 days, I think? Right around 30 days, 35 days. Minimum 10 innings pitched. Looking at some XFIP numbers. And by the way, am I seeing this correctly? There's 2 Seymours. 2 Seymours on the card today, pitching. Carson Seymour and Ian Seymour. It's a big year for us Seymours here. It's a big year. Ready to rock and roll. Huge. Love it. Fantastic. Let me just change a couple things up on the screen. All right, now we got it. But Ian Seymour, I have 22 2/3 innings pitched, 2 games started, 7 games total, a 3.57 ERA, but a 2.31 xFIP number. Jose Soriano is up at the top of that card. Christopher Sanchez is up on top of that card. Logan Gilbert is up on top of that card. And Cam Schlittler of the New York Yankees up on that card as well. As I scroll through the middle of the card, Gavin Williams, Hunter Brown, Tyler Glasnow, Griffin Jacks, Dean Kramer, David Peterson. But let's get to the bottom of the charts. Worst pitcher on the card today. What's up, Aaron? Worst pitcher on the card today. Valente Belotso, Miami Marlins going up against the Philadelphia Phillies. Probably going to be on your card today any way, shape, or form. Carson Seymour of the San Francisco Giants. Only 15 2/3 innings pitched over the past month, but a 5 ERA. Michael Pacone, what's up, man? Love it. Yeah, we're out here. We're out here, man. Energy, trying to keep it high. We're trying to keep it high, Mike. The voice was a little bit weak yesterday. Heavy lungs, fighting off like a little bit of a tingle of sickness. You know me, though. We're kicking. We're here every single day, and that's how we get down. Eduardo Rodriguez at the bottom. Jake Irvin at the bottom. Kyle Freeland at the bottom of my card today. Understand this, though. There's a game coming up in the afternoon. And as always, Chicago Cubs, when they're home on the weekend, they get that 2:20 start on the Friday, which is today. Irvin and Assad are 2 bad pitchers. They're both lined up against each other. Here's the issue, though, right? Wind is blowing out at Wrigley. And last time I checked on my card, it was about maybe like 15, 20 miles per hour. Let me get an update here in Chicago. 17 to 18 miles an hour blowing out to right field. But the correlation, again, is you're not getting the 7.5s and the 8s. You're now actually getting, a much higher price point at that point. Let me see, guys. Let's see if we can boot some people in here in the chat. Boom. We're knocking out those guys left and right. Donnie's the man. I rarely get to see the show live. I'm locked in. Amen, man. Yeah, a little bit later today, 12:15. We do this every Monday through Friday. I'll do a baseball show right through to the end of September because I know people like to pay attention to it. People want that information on a day-to-day basis. We'll handle that. But football shows Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. By the way, this weekend, Tom Vecchio is going to join me on Sunday, 30 minutes to kickoff, which is 12:30. Just a quick half-hour show. Get our P's and Q's, cross our T's, dot our I's there. Jeff, big man on campus, Nadeau, my good buddy, is going to join us along with Tom Vecchio. And then back to the crew elsewhere. Right? Yeah. All right, let's get back to this game. Irvin versus Assad. Lineups are out, of course. Let me just bring up the action for the past 30 days for some of these hitters going up against these pitchers. And I'm having sort of a little bit of an issue because theoretically you probably should be betting this game blind and taking it over and or team totals or all team totals on either side. Here's what I'm trying to, do. Jake Irvin is bad. 0-5, 6 starts, 27 and 2/3 innings pitched, 8 ERA, 5.06 xFIP over the past month. Man. James Jackson locked in and missing you since the sports grid. It's not on Sirius. Yeah, we miss Sirius too, man. I do. I had such a good time, having that little daily meetup between an hour and 2 hours over the past 2 years past 4 years, I should say, with Moneyline. Those were good times. But this game today, Michael Busch positive, Ian Happ positive. Suzuki, Crow Armstrong, Nico Horner, and Willie Castro stink out loud against right-handed pitching over the past month. Dansby Swanson positive, Matt Shaw positive, Reese McGuire stinks. But you look at Jake Irvin, he's a terrible pitcher. And if the wind is blowing out to left field, what do you want? Left-handed batters. Bush lefty, Happ lefty, Crow Armstrong lefty, Castro lefty, and McGuire lefty. There's 5 lefties. I feel like I'm going to leave money on the table this afternoon. I do. And it's not because sometimes, man, squirrely. Yeah, that was nice yesterday, man. We had a good day in football. We had a good day in baseball yesterday, Mixter. We really did. By the way, the bets on the early line wagers, the best bets are on such a tear. And today, by the way, I know it's a baseball show, I did take, and I don't know if they clipped it yet or sent it out yet, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers over 1.5 rushing touchdowns combined for the game. That's what I'm on tonight. Last night it was the Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts scored a couple touchdowns. Didn't matter because I had over 1.5 rushing touchdowns for the Eagles, and they ran for 3 of them yesterday. So bing, bong, boom. And that's how we get down. All right, let's get back to business here. Irvin is terrible, but I don't like the Cubs offense. Am I leaving something on the table today? But also understand this, as I told you. These numbers are elevated now. You have a bad pitcher on the mound in Chicago, one of the better hitters' ballparks, particularly when you do have a wind blowing out. So if I just go to FanDuel real quick and take a look at some of these props, Chicago Cubs team total today is 5.5 minus 128. Washington Nationals 4.5 plus 110, which is really low. That is a low number. But again, looking at the roster I just told you, you need things to line up. Again, sometimes you can just fade the pitcher on the mound, and maybe it makes sense today with the windy conditions. Hard contact rate for the Cubs is really good. Like, the Cubs should hit today. The Cubs should blast away. Washington Nationals, Javier Assad, not a great pitcher. On the season, limited at bats or batters that he's faced, 85 total. Lefties have gotten the best of him. You know what today, though? Wood, Abrams, Bell, Lyle, Garcia, and Hassel. That's 6 out of the 9. So if you have left-handed batters with the wind blowing out and they get a hold of one, there's going to be home runs today. But again, actually, you know what? Do we have enough on Assad? I got Assad 20 innings pitched over the past month, 4 ERA, but a 4.72 xFIP number. Now my mind is starting to run a little bit right now. That's the thing. Give me some thinking music here. Now we're starting to move. All right, let me just get a couple different numbers here. Let's see Assad on the season at home. Has he pitched at home? I don't even have him. No, I don't have him listed at home. All 20 innings, could that be that it was on the road? Let me see his road starts. Where are you at, Assad? Chicago. On the road, 16 innings pitched. 5.11 xFIP, but again, he's home. But why don't I have then 4? I have a minimum up here. That's right. Okay. Let me drop the minimum down to 0 and see where Assad shows up. Let's reset some numbers. Assad, Chicago. 4 innings pitched at home, 225 ERA, 316. So it's not really enough to go off of. But boy, oh boy, why do I feel like now I'm going to be leaving so much money on the table this afternoon? Because I had my mind set. I didn't really like the matchup All that much? Shoot. Let me change this back to 10 innings. Or was it 5? 5 or 10 innings? What is it? 10 innings. Man, I don't. Anybody out there, what are you guys doing in this game? Talk to me. Talk to me in the chat box. What do we got going on in this game? Because the way I look at it now, like you probably should fade just both of these pitchers blindly. And now I'm getting Washington. Wood, Abrams, Lyle, Garcia, Chaparro, and Adams, all really good weighted on base percentages here. Contact. What are the alts? Let me go to the alt market. I didn't expect to spend a lot of time on this game because I knew what it was. But now it looks better and better. 10.5 is the total in this game. What's the odds boost? What do they got here? Cubs winning a half home run, 5-1. Come on now, stop. Away total. What am I missing? What am I missing here? The alt for the Nationals is 2.5 at only minus 300. With that wind blowing out, like what am I missing here? Let me get some more Assad numbers. We got Jacks. This is away. Let me just do. I need more. I need more on this. I need more on Assad. Let's see. Game log. 4 innings pitched, 4 earned runs. 4 innings pitched, 1 earned run. 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run. 6 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. How about his minor league stints? Good minor league statistics, 2.45 ERA. Nats and over in 5 innings, James Jackson. Boy, I'm telling you right now. Let me just look at some other Nats numbers. Let's see what we got here. Let me get the Nationals up on my screen because I need more on the Nats. I'm now drawn to the Washington Nationals right now. And if I'm looking correct here, long losing streak. What did they lose? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in a row before winning 3 in a row against the Marlins. 2 runs, 5 runs, 10 runs. Before that, 4 runs, 1 run, 1 run. 2 runs, 1 run, 5 runs, 2. What's up, Eastsideys? Huh? What's good? Oh, I'm struggling. I am struggling right now. Like, I got to be off the air in another 10 minutes, and we're not going to get to too many games on this card, but these are the dilemmas that we choose to live our life with. I'm telling you, man. All those lefties in that lineup for Washington, I think you're right, James Jackson. I think you're right. I do. I'm going to get buzzed to my phone where this game has like 5 runs in like the first 3 innings, and it'll be like a 3-2 game. I'm trying to be smart because I don't have a ton of information on Javier Assad. But the conditions do check out. They do. Because if we're just looking at last 30-day action, Assad's got that 472 xFIP number. By the way, what is his Sierra number? Let me check on that. 4.78, it's high. It really is. All right, well, that's that game. Alfred Salazar, good morning, Donnie. Highly doubt my Chargers are going to win, but only one can wish. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too, man. I do think the Kansas City Chiefs win tonight. I do think they win tonight. I like the matchup, but also understanding this. From last year, where we take a look at that football game with so many slips in Sao Paulo, Brazil, that does make it a little bit tough there. It really does. It does. Yeah, Tom Vecchio texted me. What a good show last night. The boys, right? Carver, Lisi, Vecchio, Seymour. Yeah. DRS, your boy, out here. Let's take the over on this one. I'm telling you, I think it's the right move, Josh. I think it's the right move to take an over. I don't know if it's going to make my premium selections, but I'm telling you right now, you will not get an argument from me if anybody took either side, Washington or Chicago, team total both sides, match them up together, or do an alt. I don't want to feel left out at the party, though, man. I feel like I might be left out at the party. Wind blowing out to left, a ton of left-handed batters. Who can we trust if we can't trust this game? Let's take a look at some other bad pitchers. James Jackson is absolutely right. Love listening to you in the morning and miss you on Sirius. Yeah, and again, we're doing an early show now. The early line is really early again. When myself and Kevin Walsh were doing it 3-4 years ago, it was 7 to 9 a.m. Now it's back to 7 to 9 a.m. Early days. I still wake up at 4:45, 5 o'clock every morning anyway. But boy, I'm doing so much content right now. It's wild. Like the streets are wild out here right now. But again, if you guys get after that Washington-Chicago game, I'm going to cheer that on. I really am. I think it's the right move. Absolutely is. Absolutely is the right move. But let me get on to some of these pitchers. We're not going to go through all this stuff like, hey, there's a lot of really good pitchers in the card. Don't worry about that. Let's focus in on what we can. Carson Seymour of the San Francisco Giants. Again, my namesake. Getting beat up. 5.17 ERA, 5.38 xFIP, 5.32 Sierra number. Now, the Giants today are taking on the Cardinals. Here's what's tough. That's a pitcher I want to fade with the best of them. He's a bad pitcher. He gets crushed against lefties. Lefties in the lineup tonight for the Cards. Nootbaar, Gorman, Prito, Crooks, and Scott. But again, Nootbaar, Herrera, Contreras, good. Everybody else stinks behind them. Everybody. 62-degree temperatures in St. Louis, cooler temperatures, but a light wind blowing out to right field. That's one to keep an eye on with a bad pitcher. Here's maybe my favorite bad pitcher of the day. And we started the show off with it. It's Belotso. Price point in this game absolutely makes sense. Donnie, you can't lay the Phillies minus 270. I think the Phillies whitewash the Marlins tonight. I think Sanchez dominates in that big ballpark, and I think the Phillies hit. If you're looking at Belotso, how many innings does he have so far? Let me just go to some standard numbers. Belotso's got 17 innings pitched over the past month or so. 18 hits, 11 earned runs, getting bounced like a basketball, man. He really is. He really is. 136 ERA minus, FIP minus terrible. You look at that Phillies lineup, checks out really well. It's probably the best hitting lineup for a pitcher on the card today. There's no doubt about that. No doubt. Eduardo Rodriguez for the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's always on my fade card. He's always really low. Let me just take a look at his. He's going up against Peyton Toll. And I do agree that Boston should be the favorite in this game, and I think Boston wins this game from a side perspective. But if I'm going here against Rodriguez, where is his game log? Because his last game, I want to say his last game was pretty good. Let me slide it over. Earned runs, innings pitched. All right. Last start, 6 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. Before that, torched. Torched. But I do think the Philadelphia Phillies are active tonight. Michael Wacha coming in with some low ratings for Kansas City. It's got a high Sierra number. But also, let me just take a look here. Belotso's statistics, what has he done at home with those short numbers? Oh, at home, yeah. He's got a 2.93 ERA, but his xFIP is a 5.26. That's on the season, 40 innings pitched for Belotso. He's a bad pitcher. He should get hammered tonight. But Eduardo Rodriguez going up against that Boston Red Sox lineup, there's not a lot of Ks in that lineup, but also at the same time, there's a lot of hard-hitting contact. You like that? The ISO power numbers look bad tonight for Boston. They look bad. They do. They really do. So we got some decisions to make tonight on this. And I will. Anybody going to be watching that night game? Yeah, you will. Kansas City, San Diego, /LA, Chargers. Should be a decent one out there. I told you, betting that game for some rushing touchdowns. Love to see it. Oh, there we go. Sports Grid just put out the over 1.5 rushing touchdowns. Let me hit the retweet on that. So it's official. That's what I'm playing tonight in that game. But I got to tell you, good on you guys. Is there any way possible in this early game, with the wind blowing out, Chicago holds the Nats to under 2 runs? Like I told you, we just went over some of those Nationals games, but 10-5-2 over the past 3 games that they won. And by the way, the Nats bullpen was really good in that series too. So we had 4, 2, 5, and 10. Oh, we like the D-backs tonight, Josh. There you go. All right. Little Eduardo Rodriguez buying the bounce back. I hear you. But not a lot of great situations on the card tonight overall. Shane Smith, Merrill Kelly, Michael McGreevy, I always like to fade that guy. Need to see some lineups tonight. But the best of the best is probably going to be the Phillies in some way, shape, or form tonight. Some fadeable spots. I'm trying to think how far I want to go down this list, though. Jose Soriano on the mound. Houston versus Texas tonight. Hunter Brown, great pitcher. He's been on fire as of late. Merrill Kelly's on the mound. He's been good as of late. Look at his last 4 starts. 6 innings, 2 earned. 6 innings, 2 earned. 7 innings, no earned. 6 1/3, 3 earned. He's been good. Jake Irvin just get hammered today, too. I mean, he's got to get hammered in this game, no? Look at every game he pitches. 4 earned, 3 earned, 6 earned, 6 earned, 3 earned, 5 earned, 2 earned, 5 earned. Takes you back to July 13th at Milwaukee. 5 innings pitched, no earned. Otherwise, he just gets tanked out here. 5-4, yeah, it seems right. It seems right with that wind blowing out. A lot of left-handed bats. Let me see if I can, let me take a look at something here. Let's go to Hard Rock. And let's look at some of these first 5 innings wagers. MLB, come on now. Love the fact that, so Caesars, you can bet first 5 innings, but you can't alt them. That's the only issue I have with them. For some reason, it's not coming up as any. There we go. Come on, where's baseball? Games, come on. What do you mean card can't be found? Let's go. Let's go. Casino, sports, Major League Baseball, nothing coming up. So that ain't going to work for me right now in Hard Rock. We'll get back to that later. But that's a game we probably should tap into. I still got some time. I got to run out here and do some errands, but we got some time on this stuff. So Good Friday. Should be a payday Friday. Good night last night in the NFL. Good night Major League Baseball. Let's continue the hot topics. I know the show was delayed a little bit, so I couldn't stay on as long as usual. But again, Monday, we'll be back to 12 noon. We'll be storming 30, 40 minutes if that's what it takes. And away we go there. So guys, thanks for tuning in. Little afternoon soiree. Chat box on fire as usual. Thanks for the good vibes. Thanks for the good notes. And good luck on that Washington-Chicago game, man. Bury some people out there. Bury your bookie. I'll catch you.